Well, a new tourism trail calls attention to the struggle for equal rights in Louisiana, the first of a series of markers in the state's largest cities.
Yeah, our Kellyanne Biley takes us across the state for tonight's Louisiane Destination Louisiane.
My mother and my father would be oh so proud because they said, finally, it's coming to fruition, our vision of 80 years of movement in society towards progress.
One of the first three markers of Louisiana's newest trail stands outside Dookie Chase Restaurant in New Orleans.
This has been 3 years of hard work by a great team all over Louisiana, gathering those historical moments for the Civil Rights Trail.
In the 1950s and 60s, the restaurant hosted meetings for civil rights leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Now is the time to make real the promises of democracy.
It was also noted as a place where, even during segregation, blacks and whites could meet over a hot meal.
But we've been fighting for freedom and equal justice under the law. And our Chase family is continuing that tradition, mainly through the service and welcoming of all people to our establishment.
The second marker stands in the capital city.
And just outside the old state capitol, you'll find this marker, where you can learn the story of the Baton Rouge bus boycott of 1953. 2 years later, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would use that as his inspiration for the 1955 Montgomery bus boycott.
Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children.
We will embark on an educational program that we will provide to students, teachers, and people to download to learn what we've learned around the state. Because I wasn't taught it in school.
Our history has never been fully taught in schools, and so it was passed down. Lots of times it was the things that were most negative, but we also would hear of the triumphs.
The third marker stands outside Shreveport's Little Union Baptist Church.
So I hope that this would begin to open conversation about the good of America and what we can do together, because the civil rights movement was not just African Americans.
We cannot walk alone, and as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead.
Kellyanne Biley for Destination Louisiane.
The Louisiana Civil Rights Trail project will eventually include 15 locations.